Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to Pinky Hooks. I'm Shania Lancaster, sitting in with you guys on a Saturday night, talking about whips and other little stuff that comes to my mind. If you are new to this channel, welcome in, welcome in. And for my returning subscribers, welcome back. Before we get started, please do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up before we can get into whatever it is that I feel like running my mouth about. It's been a while since I've done some whips or showed you. Well, I guess it hasn't been that long. I feel like it's been that long. I feel like I'm behind on the new year. I really do. I really feel like, golly, I feel like I'm off to a horrible start. Because I feel like I should have at least by now put out a minimum of 5 to 6 videos, I know y'all like, no, Pinky, we told you whatever you get a chance, but it's kind of like a personal goal that I have for myself. But again, it's so hard, when you work a full-time job, I'm telling y'all, all I do is sit in front of a computer all day and just non-stop. I have a headphone on my head. That phone is constantly ringing when I'm on the phone with the practices, trying to fix whatever Lord knows what's going on, and the vendors that the practices use, that the doctors use, and it's just non-stop. And then people coming to your desk or whatever. So when I come home, right, the last thing I want to do is like, I want to connect with you guys. It's like, I really just want to do some, it's kind of like I want to do live, but I really just want to sit and chit chat. And then I'll be wanting to just listen to what y'all got to say, I mean, even if I do it live, like I can't hear y'all, but it's just so much. And even though this is I'm going into my 3rd year of being here on YouTube. I feel like I've been doing it forever, but sometimes when I look at my videos, it seems like I'm just now starting out, because I'll be like, Shine, that was a horrible video. Like that tutorial that's coming up, that's going to be aired tomorrow. It is the 2nd segment of that blanket, because remember, I was supposed to be doing week 1, week 2, because it was a crochet along, but I'm just calling it part 2, just because of the fact that I was out ill, and so that's what I'm saying in my video. So y'all have nothing to worry about, because if you're looking at this video saying, why she put this out there, she need to be showing us the rest of the crochet along. It's airing. It is premiering tomorrow morning. I've already recorded it, so when this is done, I will be editing tonight, and it will be uploaded, for you guys to see. And it will be a live chit chat. Normally, for those of you who know, when I do a premiere, that means I'm having a live chat. And that's because I want you guys to watch what I'm doing and then ask questions as you're watching it, and it helps me, because what I do is I'm looking at what you guys are looking at. Even though I have edited, sometimes it's kind of weird, because even though I can't hear you guys, I get the vibes from, the conversations that's going on in the chit chat, or the questions that sometimes you guys are asking each other or saying to each other, and it helps me to engage, to see if my tutorials are good for you. Like, are they clear? Are they easy to follow? What can I do better? I told you guys from the very beginning, I'm all about being open, to any suggestions, as long as everybody's respectful. Don't come at me crazy. But if you're being respectful, I mean, trust me, there's so much more stuff I have to learn about. All right. With that said, I just want to show y'all a couple of things that I am working on. And after I had got over my illness, right, it was so hard for me to pick back. I'm looking over there because I'm looking at all the squares and stuff, but it was so hard for me to pick back up the squares, because I just had I had this urge, like, to start something new that has nothing to do with the blanket, the crochet along, and to touch one of my, two of my other whips that I had in progress. And then my new arts and crafts endeavor, which is the rug. So we're going to go over a couple of little things. Okay, so let me show you one of the whips. And for the record, I don't like this lighting in this apartment. I can't wait till this lease is up because I'm out. I am doing all kinds of magic tricks. I can never get the setting right. It drives me crazy. I keep moving from different rooms to different angles, different corners. The lighting is just off. And I have a selfie ring and I see the reflection on my pictures back there. It's just awful. And y'all know I really be trying to bring like good videos, you know, quality video. Things that's easy on the eyes, you know, but that's okay. I'm gonna fix that. I'm going to fix it. Anyway, back to the whip. So I don't know why. I had quite a bit of the Bernat crushed velvet yarn in stock like a long time ago. And when I first got this channel and I first started doing like the heavy giveaways, I think I was like trying to give away. I think I actually gave a lot of my velvet yarn away in the boxes where me and Barb's yarn was in there combined. And then, you know how people say if you haven't used it, if you give it away, you really won't miss it, you know? And most times that is true. But do y'all know this is the one time that I'm like, oh man, I gave so much of that velvet yarn away and I barely have any. So I bought this, the crushed velvet. I like the crushed velvet better because it has different, you know, just shades and it just looks better to me. Anyway, and I decided to make this corner to corner scarf. Now, if Sally's watching, which I know she is, Sally had already asked me, and I think Marie might have had asked me too. Somebody else asked me like, hey, can you do the corner to corner like in a rectangle because I want to make a scarf? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And I told Sally that is definitely, like, soon as she said that, she put the idea for the next tutorial in my head, something separate, because I want you guys to learn the corner to corner, be comfortable. And once you learn it and you see how you can manipulate the shape, you know, corner to corner doesn't mean that it's a perfect square. It has to be a perfect square. You can get a rectangle out of a corner to corner. And I have even seen, this is a true story, I have seen other creators, very few, there is a way to do corner to corner in a circle. Now, I haven't attempted it. I don't want to attempt it. I don't need any more headaches than the ones that I have when I go to work. So anyway, so yeah, I'm doing a scarf. Look at this, y'all. Ooh, look, I'm not even looking right there at the lens. I'm looking at the actual, ooh, see, I never stepped back and looked at this. Maybe I should turn on this light. Let's see what that look like. Ooh, look at that. Now let's turn it off again. Ooh, woo, that crushed velvet is fierce. Look at that. I didn't even know it made a pattern. And look, it's super long, y'all. It's still not done. Oh my God, look, it just goes on and on. Look. Oh, wow. Look. Ooh. Do y'all want to get up on it? Oh, look at that. Now see, coming across the lens, it's probably looking blue. But there are no blues. It's looking like royal blue and purple. It's just the lens and the lighting. It is all different shades of purple and it's rich looking. Yes, this is done, folks, and corner to corner. And Sally, so that you can see what it looks like, you know, I will show you because I know Sally's gonna be like, now you got to. So yeah, I'm working on this for someone. Actually, I was inspired to do this because now there's a couple of people from my job subscribed to my channel. Most of them don't, I told y'all before, they don't watch. However, I actually have probably like 3 people from the practices. subscribe. So what that means for you guys who don't understand my business, that means, we have practices, oral practices all across the United States. And I do have a total of 3 people from these practices. They've never met me. They've been on the phone with me. I helped them. And then, we just became really, really good friends, or good work associates, whatever you want to call it. It's my pleasure to help them. But anyway, yeah. And I like to get close and build a genuine, sincere rapport with the practices and the doctors if they allow me to. Usually the doctors, I don't have much interaction because they should be operating on somebody. But nevertheless, I like to build a relationship with these people. And it touched me last year, at the end of last year, and I would say somewhere around November, there was a practice in Washington, and something basically, I needed to resolve an issue with the doctor's account, one of his accounts. And he was just, it was like an ongoing problem. And it was like the doctor couldn't help me, his wife couldn't help me. And so the wife tells me to call one of her locations. She's like, ask for this lady. And when I called, I didn't know what to expect. And this lady had been with the doctor before the doctor had got married to the wife or whatever, or his second wife. I don't know how that's working out, but she had been there forever. And she is the sweetest little lady. I don't know what she looks like or anything like that. But she was just like, yeah, they kind of put me in the back and they don't really utilize me. And what I gathered from the way she was telling her story is that this lady has been with this doctor from the beginning of time, right? And she has a lot of knowledge, but, I don't know, when the younger generation in the practice came in, they kind of just, kind of like put her on the shelf, and she's just there, and they took away a lot of her responsibilities and they kind of gave it to everybody else. And so she's just there, and she could be bitter. She could, but she wasn't. She was just like, I'm so happy to help you. Like when I called and I was like, hey, they said, the wife said to call you. And she was so happy. Instead of being bitter, like, yeah, they just shoved me in the corner. I guess I'm the old news or whatever. And they got all the young people and the young wife and everything like that. No, she wasn't bitter. She was really, really nice. And she was so happy that someone really was paying attention to what she had to say. She was so happy to have been getting an assignment, because I was like, look, I need help with this account, and I don't know. And she does not know. She doesn't know I have a YouTube channel or anything like that. I just, after everything was resolved, I asked her, I was like, what is your favorite color? And she's just like, I love purple. She was like, I love all shades of purple, but I love like the royal deep purple. And, I just decided, like, I felt like I needed to make this for her. That's when things like that get put on my heart. I really believe that God works through me. It's not to bring me glory, it's to bring him glory. And not to mention to show that lady, like, I'm almost done. And I'm hoping that she's still there. It was only a couple months ago, but in my business, you don't know who's going to be there tomorrow or whatever. But nevertheless, I am almost done. I hope to be done this weekend, and I'm going to mail it off to her with a little card and tell her how much I appreciate her. I've told you guys this whole entire story because of the fact that we all crochet, we knit, we make arts and crafts. And what I'm saying is that I feel like when we create something, I know I do. I make my creations from the heart. I'm not making my creations for status and money. Don't get me wrong. If somebody wants to pay me for it, yeah, that's a plus. It's just an extra. It's a perk. It's a bonus rather, right? But this is the reason why I do this craft, because every time I make a stitch in this scarf, that lady is on my mind. She's on my mind because I really think, I could tell she was so happy. And there was a situation where I did have to bother, I guess I had to bother one of the girls at the front end desk, and apparently, I remember they was just like they didn't have time to help me. That wasn't important. And I'm thinking to myself, it is important. It's the doctor's account. And if it's late or it gets shut off, I'm going to let the doctor know that you felt as though it wasn't important. I'll tell. Anyway, but what I'm saying is that lady was so nice. She actually called back like a couple of days after the incident happened. She was so timid, not scaredy, like scaredy cat, but she was like so humble, and she was just like, I'm so sorry. She's just like, they told me that wasn't really important and I have to do what they tell me. And I'm thinking about this lady. At one point she was super duper important in that practice, and then I don't know whether because she aged or the new young blood started coming in, they kind of pushed her to the back. And I'm making this scarf because when I send her that thank you note, it won't say what I feel like. What I really want to say is like, hey, they may not appreciate you, but I do. I don't want anybody to feel like they're no longer needed. It bothered me. It really bothers me. And I still think about this lady. I think about her. And I just want to bless her with something. And I am really hoping that she likes it, and if they do, I don't know, it's a newer practice, but if over a period of time, it does happen. It's corporate, they start restructuring and whatever, if they let her go, I want her to be, she sounds like that kind of person that she's going to be positive no matter what, whether she's hurting inside or not. But I want her to walk away to know that someone still appreciated her. And that's why I'm making this. Look at this. I don't fold it up. It's so rich looking, y'all. Woo, look at that. I love it. Y'all want to learn how to do the corner to corner. And we're going to do it in velvet. Y'all want to do velvet? Yeah. Anyway, that was one. Now, before I did it in this purple, right? Using this particular yarn, let me tell y'all the yarn that I was doing. And let me tell you the horror story behind recreating this scarf. Because this isn't the original. So when I found out that that lady liked purple, right? I went to my trusted store, and now I'm starting to fall off a little bit. Y'all know I used to be the biggest fan of Hobby Lobby, and notice the words I said used to. I kind of stopped going to them because at least this one, like down the street from me, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. I'm like not impressed anymore with them. But one of the yarns, and I actually did a substitute video about a year and a half ago, like just substitutes on different types of yarns. And what did I say? I said the substitute for Karen Simply Soft for me, which you can substitute it with if you go to Hobby Lobby, they have the Yarn Bee Soft Secret yarn. And they are very similar. They're very similar, right? And so I originally started her scarf with the purple, with the Simply Soft. Now, I want to show y'all something. Now, again, I'm looking at the screen right now. This thing is coming out like cobalt blue. It's not blue. It is really purple. It is the lighting, folks. It's the lighting. I'm sorry. Anyway, and I know y'all like, Shiny, that's pretty. But I want y'all to see, you see how long I got this scarf to be? So that means, and look, and this is all I had left. The reason why I stopped, because I got so disgusted with this yarn. I don't know if Hobby Lobby changed their, what's the word I'm looking for? Would I say their sellers or the buyer, the sellers? Yeah, because if Hobby Lobby's buying, maybe they changed their sellers. Well, whoever, or maybe the people that produce the yarn, right? It still has the label of Yarn Bee Soft Secret, but whoever is putting the yarn, they're raveling it together, it sucks. It sucks now. You know why? Because throughout this yarn, I've seen maybe a knot or hair in other yarns that I use. And I know some people, that is their biggest pet peeve. If they even see one knot, they have a fit. let me tell y'all something. I have never, in my life seen, like, it seemed like every 12 to 15 inches of this yarn had a knot. Not only did it have a knot in it, guess what? It's a 4-ply, but it was unraveling. Like, I can't even find it because there was one part, it was so bad, y'all. I think y'all know what I mean by it unraveling. Like, here's the string, but I can see all the, the 4-ply. Just imagine you're study crocheting, and then it's like the cartoon when somebody's holding onto the rope, and it's like ping, 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 because the rope is literally popping, right? That's what was happening all throughout all of this. Now, because I have skills, right? I would like to say that I'm an intermediate crocheter. I know how to work around knots and stupid stuff like that, but it was nonstop. And basically what was happening was that it was making me hate the project. I was so upset. And this is corner to corner too, just in case, y'all be like, Shine, is this one to corner? Yes, it is. It's a corner to corner. Do y'all see how much of this scarf I did? Do y'all know how frustrating that was? Do y'all realize I had to make a do or die decision? Because most people would have been like, well, you almost at the end because look, you only got that much left. I was so disgusted. Now, normally, I would have just kept going and be like, oh, well. But because I just told y'all the story behind the person that I'm giving this to, I want it to be perfect. Not because it's a reflection on my work, but I want it to be perfect. And because I told y'all this story, I don't want to give that lady anything else that will unravel. She might have something at that practice going on that's unraveling already. I want to give her something solid. You know what I'm saying? So going back to this is Hobby Lobby's Yarn Bee. Now, I have quite a bit. I have a large stock of the Yarn Bee's Soft Secret. My older ones, this is where I'm saying I think that they changed something, because the ones that I've had for, a couple of years, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. No problems. But the ones that I've recently started buying within the last, I would say since last year, problems. And I'm telling, and at first I thought, even when I come across defects in yarns, I like to think that it's just a one-off, or a bad batch. But I went online and I Googled, like Simply Soft, or not Simply Soft, Yarn Bee Soft Secret. And let me tell you something. When I saw the reviews, it was endless. If y'all go online, look at the reviews. And they were all from last spring, summer, and everything. Everybody was saying the same thing. They was just like, you couldn't get past, somebody said they couldn't get past 8 inches. Every 8 inches, it literally had knots and unraveled. And y'all know Hobby Lobby is the most expensive one out of the 3 stores between Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby's. Like, that's insane. And let me see, theirs is, how much is this stupid thing? Hold on, let me go get that, because I kept the label, hold on. Okay. So, yeah. Yarn Bee Soft Secret, this was called Hot Grape. All right, what was it that I was supposed to be looking for? Oh, yeah, the price. So, for Soft Secret, right, Yarn Bee, the normal price is $4.99, okay? Now, you compare that to Simply Soft for Caron, and I think a Caron skein is usually, is it safe to say $2.99? Like about $3? Basically, this is definitely $1 or $2 more than your Caron, okay? So in here, you get 300 yards. It is a, wait, does that say a 4 or 3? Hold on, y'all. Where my glasses at? Ugh, don't say anything. Yeah, you get a 4. Okay, it's a 4. It's 300 yards. But I don't think you get that much in a Caron. Either way, what I'm saying is, I ain't never had that kind of problem with the Like, I'm just disgusted. And both of them are 100% acrylic. I don't know what they did. I don't know. And you know what? I would like to believe that maybe I did just have a bad batch. I don't know. But from the reviews, it looks like people, were really complaining. I want y'all to be aware of that. I don't care when they put it on sale or not. Don't nobody want to be crocheting a whole entire project. And if y'all like, so Pinky, what you gonna do with it? It's going in trash. There's nothing I can do with this. Because even if I unravel this, like take it out, what am I gonna do with it? Y'all should see the amount of knots and all the unraveling. It's trash. Ain't nothing I can do with it. That's where it's going. I'm mad about it. So anyway, yeah, that's that. Moving right along. I need to move on to something positive. Because it just thinking about it just makes me upset. And I purposely kept it that I had started that last year somewhere, I think in was it November? My goal was to give it to her, get it done by Christmas, but I got so wrapped up in Lord knows what. So anyway, yeah. Mad about it. So anyway, on a happier note, so as soon as I was better from my illness 2 weeks ago, I told y'all, like, I didn't want to touch the squares. I just had this kick. I had this urge. Now, Big Twist yarn, not the plush that I'm doing on blanket. This is just a regular Big Twist yarn, okay? They call it Big Twist Value. In their values, you normally get the 269, it's 269 yards in here. It is a 4-ply, and it is, I believe, it feels like 100% acrylic, and it is, right? So, I mean, that's pretty nice. It's like a little pink ombre, And I've never worked with their normal yarn, their value yarn. It is very soft, I guess this is kind of like a whip and partial yarn review, but yeah, I didn't really know if I wanted to indulge in it, but I was just like, Cheyenne, how you know if you're going to like it? Because when I first looked at Big Twist Value, you know what I first thought? I just thought like, oh, that's Joanne's version of Red Heart, and Red Heart has come a long way. We all know that, if you grew up in the 70s, we all know Red Heart was like the hardest yarn in America, but it was the only yarn that everybody was using. I mean, yarns weren't like they are now, you know what I mean? You only had a couple of colors, and that was that, Anyway, I decided to take a chance because I saw this pink or whatever, and for some reason I wanted to create a sweater for a small child, a toddler, or whatever. So again, I'm not following anybody's patterns. I have done, little girls, the toddler shirts or dresses or whatever. Most of my dresses were before I even got the channel, and I was always like doing every single dress that Crystal from Bagel Day Crochet will put out. Like, those dresses were super cute. It was like when she first got started, after she kind of got off her pocketbook kick, her purse kick, and she started doing all the baby dresses. I would always do that. And then my biggest fear was, how do I create my own? And once I conquered that, then it was just like, oh, okay, I want to make like a little, sweater. So don't judge me. It's in the making. So I wanted to do like a mock, like a ribbed mock turtleneck sweater. If y'all know what a mock turtleneck is, that means, it's kind of like, like that, but it's ribbed. So here we go. It's in the process, y'all. Let me get up close. Y'all see the neck? You see the neckline? And so, y'all like, whose head is that going to fit? It's going to fit over a toddler's big head. Why? Because it's going to stretch. That's usually the ribbing that you see people put on like their hats. And yes, and you'd be like, Cheyenne, it has little wings. Okay, well, how I did, the reason why it looks like it has little wings is because of the format that I decided to do this one in. Normally I do like a long chain, and and then I forgot, you kind of make the corners, but I wanted to do this differently. I didn't want the corners. Like, I think y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, do a chain and then you do an increase and you got, because right here you would see like a line. You would see like holes. I think y'all know what format I'm talking about. This one is totally different. So you go through here. Here's where the arm is going to be, but it's not going to stay short sleeve. They're going to have big puffy arms, right? So that's why it looks like this, because once I get the length of the sweater, and the sweater is going to be a puffy sweater. Now I know it looks like it's swinging out, but what y'all don't know is that that same ridging that I put up on the neck is going to be down at the bottom on the waist. Yeah. And so it's going to kind of make it look like a bubble sweater, you know? And then the arms, I will go back, I'm going to work the arms, and then on the wrist, we'll have the ridging as well. And I don't know why, but I really like this and I can't stop doing it. It's a 4-ply, but I'm actually working this with a size H hook. I am very, very happy about this. I'm like super happy about this. I am really happy about this. Yeah. So that's one of my other projects. Then I'm still working on Christmas gifts. There's people like, no, and I don't mean like 2024 Christmas gifts. I'm talking about 2023 Christmas gifts. Yep, sure am. Then I'm working on this. This will be a triple series. And what I mean by triple series is that I have to pull out one row because it's actually going to stop right here. And if you're like, Shine, well, what is that? This is going to be an ear warmer, except for mine's is going to be, now I want y'all to really look at this because I got some bobbles going on. So mine is not going to be the traditional width. Okay, let me see. I have one here, but I guess I'll put it away. Your traditional width is like about that. That space in between. But I wanted a thicker. So basically it's going to come like cover your earlobe, like right down there. And I would say it will stop like right here, like right there. It's pretty much almost going to be like a hat, but no crown. Yeah. Yep. That's for people that really don't want to put their whole entire head under a hat. So when I say it's going to be a triple series, because yes, I'm going to complete this as the ear forehead warmer, I guess, and then make a matching scarf, and then make a matching beanie, just in case you do want to wear a beanie. Yep. And this is actually Big Twist. It is their bulky 5 yarn. Really, really nice and soft. So I'm working on that too. All right. Along with another blanket that is for a gift, and just in case my mom is watching. No. Anyway, so on to the next thing. Now this is where the review comes in. So I know y'all probably gonna be like, Pinky, you're very, very late. We already know about it, blah, 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 blah. But Pinky didn't know about it, you know? And the reason why I didn't know about it is because I really do. I try not to buy any more yarn. But when I was in Michael's trying to get another prim hook, basically what happened was I ran into some yarns that I had never seen before. So I didn't know anything about the Cameron coconut cakes. And then after I bought it, I was like, oh, I can't wait. Of course, what do? I go trolling through YouTube streets, and then I'm seeing all these people like doing reviews. And that's when I be getting upset. I started throwing a tantrum, y'all, because I'm spoiled, because I'm thinking to myself, well, somebody already did it. I don't want to do it now. But I'm still going to do it. So yeah, the Cameron coconut cakes, these are pretty cool because it's almost like, if you can see that, and y'all probably can't, they have like little furs, kind of, sort of, you know, like little, I don't know what they are. It looked like it would be itchy, but it's not. It's not. Now here's a better one, I think. Can y'all see that one? Yeah, that's normally not how I do reviews, but I was intrigued by it. I was intrigued by it. So I bought 3 different colors. And I actually bought these like I don't know, probably 2 weeks ago, right before I fell off and got sick. Yeah, here's that one. Yeah, you see it? So you see those little things sticking out? So some of you, if you haven't seen it before, you might be like, well, Shine, that's like the fur on the Caron latte cakes. No, it's not. It don't feel anything like it. It is soft, but Caron latte cakes feel like fur. This just feels just soft, and it just has those little things that stick out that look like they would be itchy, I guess for effect. I can't wait to work with it. If anybody's worked with these are the Caron coconut cakes. And that's exactly, now I get it, because I forgot, a coconut, the brown coconuts has those little strings, and that's where they got the idea from. So if you worked with these, tell me what y'all made. Because what are these? Let me see. There's got to be a 4-ply. It is a 4-ply. And of course, that's one thing I love about Caron, because you always get some serious yards in there. So these have 481 yards, and I'm pretty sure it's acrylic and polyester, probably. Oh, it's a combination, y'all. Oh, it's 78% cotton and 22% polyester. So do y'all know what that means? That means these are good yarns for the summer. Yeah, for the hot weather. So those were the new yarns that I saw. I'm trying not to go out, and I was actually in Michael's today. I had brunch and spent part of my day with a dear friend, and I was just like so happy, and she's just like, I gotta go to Michael's and spend my little $5 reward. And the Michael's we went to had like near nothing, like nothing. So right now, y'all, Joann's is my favorite store. Like I always did like Joann's, but then I fell off for a little bit, and I was always going to Hobby Lobby. But Joann's is my favorite, because y'all remember when the last yarn shopping spree that I took y'all on, I was just like, look at all this yarn. That's why I love Joann's. Yeah, because they just have a better selection. I don't know what's going on with Michael's. I don't know what's going on with Hobby Lobby, but both of them are making me mad. That's all. I ain't want none else. Y'all can see I'm tired. I've been up since like stupid o'clock this morning, up super duper early, and just had a really, really busy day, but a very good day and a productive day. And so, yeah, so now basically what I'm just going to do is go ahead and edit the video so it can premiere tomorrow, so y'all can be like, so I can feel less guilty about the crochet along. And I think that's it for now. There's other stuff, but I don't feel like talking about it. I want to wrap this up and go to bed. I'm pretty sure it was something else I was supposed to say, and I just forgot, y'all. But anyway, so that's it. I hope everybody's doing okay. And until next time, that's it. Bye. Take care.